another live video. I am your host, Arnold Lewis at the ATP Network. Glad for having you guys back on here with me. If you're tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in, whatever region, place, country that you're in, I'm glad you was able to pop in here and hop on the live with me. My name is Arnold Lewis. I help athletes prepare for a life of overseas basketball. This is the ATP Network, where it's everything overseas basketball, everything about the overseas basketball life, about getting your mental right, about getting your life right, about getting your finances right. It's everything about the overseas basketball life here on this network. The greatest loss I've ever had in my entire life, hands down. Now, the last live that I got on here, I was talking to you guys and saying, hey, I'm about to play my best friend of 18 years. 18 years we've known each other. From 2008, we came into freshmen together at Savannah State. And we just, after about a month or so, we hit it off. We started working out, training together. We had the same energy, the same vibe. And it's just like there's just some people in your life that when you meet them, it's just like, this is my brother, this is the guy, this is the person that will go to the end of the world with me. And sometimes it's not always your family. Sometimes it is your family, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a college teammate of 18 years. 18 years. We're no longer friends, we're brothers. That is a brother. Shout out to Big Dudes, Tap Athletics. We lost to them. I came on the last live and I was like, we're the second place team. They're the last place team. They only won one game. We're finna blow these guys out. We are finna blow y'all out. We are finna blow you guys out the water, out the frame, and we're gonna just coast into this win, and then we're going to talk trash about it afterwards. And I was ready, Now that I think about it, I let it comes back. It always comes back in waves. The things that happen while they happen, and you start to pay attention to it, right? So I'm gonna give y'all the whole breakdown. For the most part, we lost. Understand? We lost the game. That was probably the worst loss that our team had this entire year. First of all, we lost to the worst place team. Of course, it's going to be the worst loss for us. But this was like, not only was it a tragedy of a loss, it wasn't more so losing to my best friend. I'm not really tripping on that, because now that I've run down, I didn't play against my best friends. Every last one of my best friends I played against, I've lost to. All of them. Brandon, I played against him in the BCLA, lost to him. My other best friend, who I was on the same team with, Jerry Evans, we played against each other in the finals with Big Deuce, the guy that I played against, my other best friend. So I'm playing with my best friend of 18 years with one of my very close best friends of 3-4 years. We won a championship prior, 2-3 years prior to me going back to that team. We ended up playing against him in the championship, lost in the finals to him. So I lost against my best friend there. I think we played against each other 5 times, and in that year alone, and 6 times. I was 1-5. We lost both times in the regular season, and we lost 4-1 in the finals. So I was 1-6 against him. I do not fare well against my best friends, which is unbelievably crazy. And it sucks because I'm such a competitor, and I know this is bragging rights for the rest of our lives. We're all on the back end of our careers. Brandon's 37. I'm 36. Big Deuce is 36. Jerry's 35. We're all on the back end. So one, it's a great blessing that I was even able to play against pretty much all of my best friends. The only one that like really, really close best friend that I have from back home that I grew up with, he don't play basketball no more. But he is the one I talked about who is a home inspector. So there's just a lot to unpack about the night. From the jump, we were just out of it. The score was like 14-14. We just wasn't flowing. And I know it was all because of me. It was all because of me. It was my fault. It was all my fault. What up, Grace? Why we lost. I knew it. I know for 100% fact it was my fault. Why? Because of the energy that I had in the game. The energy that I had in the game towards, I'm gonna backtrack. It wasn't even the energy I had in the game, it was the internal battle that I was dealing with for years that I never confronted. It's so much, it was so many things that's happening in this situation. And it all came crumbling down at one point. It's amazing that you have to go to your lowest point in order to find clarity. And it sucks so bad that sometimes you have to get to your lowest point in order to see clear, because then you have nothing else. And the only thing you can rely on is God. It's the only thing you can rely on is the voice inside of you speaking louder than anything you can possibly hear. And that's God. That's the inner God in you, talking, guiding you, leading you, telling you, the universe telling you, giving you everything that you ever asked for, instructing you, giving you guidance. And you know what we do? We ignore it. I'm not even going to talk about anyone else. I ignore it. I ignore the voice for too long. I ignored the voice for too long. And we come to think, you know what? Not a big deal. We'll bounce back. I'll bounce back. It's whatever. It is what it is. I'm still good. I'll shake it off. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to brush by it. It's only so long you can continue to ignore the voice inside your head, inside your soul, in your heart, in your mind. It's only so much you can ignore. You can only ignore that voice for so long before it's too late. Before you come to a crossroad in life where you can no longer proceed. I did a video, a live, about a month ago about addiction. About addiction. And my addiction was to weed. I knew it. I knew it was the habits that I have from smoking started to creep into other parts of my life. Now, I'm not saying that I'm just renowned and I've been sober for 2 years and nothing. No, I'm on day 2. I feel great, but I'm only on day 2. I'm not getting too far ahead, and I'm also not discrediting my awakening, my clarity. And to put it into context, like where all this is coming from, back to the loss. So we lose the game. We're in the game. Game's just going horrible for everybody. I'm talking about my whole team. One of my teammates, this guy, he's like one of the best statistical guy that we got on our team. I'm talking about a guy shoots over 50% from 3, over 90, 80, 85% from the free throw line, over like 60% from the 2-point. Just very amazing when it comes to efficiency. He's super efficient. Older guy, super efficient. 0 for 7. Point guard, 0 for 5. Other point guard, 1 for 8. Me, 2 for 8. Just every single body on our team played terrible for the most part, except for like 2 players. Or if everybody played terrible, we would have got blown. We lost by 18 to the last place team. We lost by 18 points to the last place team. We got the number 2 defense in the team. In the league. We got like the number 5 offense. We scored, or we lost by 18 points. By 18 points. by 18 points. Rookies who never even played in the league before, they come and score. It was just horrible. And I was livid, pissed off, mad, coach taking me out, just playing terrible. Just playing terrible. And it's been stemming ever since. It's crazy. Ever since the year started, my stats have went down. I finished out the year with like a 25 piece and a 30 ball. Start of 2026, since we started 2026, we played 4 games. We are 1-4 in the last 4 games. Like, we're supposed to beat that team. We're 1-4. We lost. My stats, I was averaging 16 points, 9 rebounds before coming into this half. This last 4 games, I've averaged 10 points and 3 rebounds. I went from the second leading rebounder in the league. I think I'm at like 7.5 now. But I was literally at 7.5 in the league. I mean, at like 9 in the league. I was second in the league in rebounding. I was like top 10 for sure in scoring. And this 1 month, everything just went dwindling down. Like, I had a horrible stint. So I'm already feeling off, feeling discouraged. I'm feeling distraught. I'm upset. I'm dismayed. The coach is out to get me. He keep taking me out. He's playing me less minutes. The last before the start of the year, I was playing 28 minutes. You know how much I'm playing now? 25. And he's like, with 3 minutes difference, this is the result? You drop by this much? You know what I mean? And after we lost that game, of course, it was just, you're on 100,000,000% pissed off. I'm like, I text the coach, we need to talk. You taking me out of I'm tired of the BS. You taking me out of the game. You trying to make everything my fault. You trying to do all this. I'm freaking sick and tired of your attitude. I'm done with this. I'm finna go home. I'm tired. I'm done. My teammate was like, bro, calm down. We need you. More than anybody on this team, we need you. Just go home, relax. Stop that. Texted my agent. Forget this, coach, man. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of him. I'm pissed off. Get me up out of here. Never had an issue with the coach not one time in my the entire season. We've been here probably like 4 months now. Never had an issue. We've always been someone I can come and talk to. We've always had a great relationship. What the hell happened? Come back to the voice inside. Before I got to Uruguay, I knew that Uruguay is a country where you can smoke for free. Not smoke. Ain't nothing for free. Well, it's legal to smoke. So everybody smokes. Everybody smokes. It's illegal. It's accepted. It's not a big issue. Weed is not a bad thing. To me, I don't think weed is a bad thing. I think it serves its purpose in life, or it wouldn't be here. I think everything serves its purpose in life, or it would not be here. That is the point of everything. I'm looking at every single thing right now in my room. Everything serves a purpose. From the phone cord, to the pen, to the cup, to the spoon, to this table, to this pen, to this computer, to the mouse, everything serves a purpose. If weed is grown from the earth and is here, it has a purpose. Some people abuse it. Some people it's whatever. Everybody has their vices. That was mine. And my voice inside was telling me, hey, you need to stop smoking. You stop smoking. You need to stop smoking. You need to stop smoking. Before I came here to Uruguay, I said, this is my test. I'm going to stop smoking. You know why? It's because this is the greatest test that I can accomplish. I'm going to a place where it's widely accepted. I love it. And it's free range. I can do whatever I want. Smoke all I want. There ain't gonna be no consequences. There ain't gonna be no issue. Ain't no drug test. Ain't no nothing. It's only one of the countries that's like that. You ain't gotta travel. It's free. It's chill. It's great. But what comes with that? I said, I'm finna go into the season. I'm finna stop smoking. I'm finna lock in. I'm finna get right. I'm finna take advantage of the season. I hated the last season that I was in. It was BS. This one, new opportunity, new chance. Started off, hit the ground running, playing well. We winning. Things going well. Coach loved me, rocking. Great. And then that night came. That night came. We had lost a game and I was trading. And when I was trading, I was just like in an I don't care mode. And I was just click, 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 click. Win money, lose money, win money, lose money, win money, lose money, win money, lose money, win money. Blow account. Buy another one. Win money, lose money, win money, lose money, win money, lose money, win money, lose money, win. Blow account. 2 blown accounts in one night. And I had to sit back and say, what's really going on? What's really going on? What's really going on? And then the voice hit me. Psst, you gotta stop smoking. Because I had a realization. Why is it? Because I have a list of rules now on my board. 2 trades a day max. No over trading. Manage your risk. 2 trades a day. No over trading. I said 2. I may have taken 30 throughout the night through the accounts. 30, 40, just. It's a very, very fine line in trading that's too connected to addiction. And if you don't manage that, it will creep over into your life. And that's exactly what happened. Came to the realization and said, what I knew when I blew that last account, I said, what is it that I do now that is similar? Because I'm very aware of my issues. I'm very aware of things that happen around me. I'm very aware of things that I've done or am doing and I need to change. Or I know I am connected with the God in me enough to hear the voice. The times we don't hear the voice is when it's too loud, is when we have too much distraction, when we can't sit in, when I was talking to Big Deuce, we can't sit in boredom, in silence, practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is when you sit down for like more than 30 minutes to an hour in complete silence. No phone, no music, no nothing. Just sit in silence and just listen to your thoughts. So you can get a connection with the voice inside of you that's going to lead you to wherever you need to go. And that's where I was at. That's where I get my most clarity. That's where I get my most information. That's where I get my guidance in life. And I hear the voice and I ignore it. And I ignored it. And I do it, but then I come back. And then I do it, and then I come back. And it was just a continuous cycle. Over and over and over. Justification. Oh, I was upset. Oh, this happened in life. Or this. I'm not nowhere saying that I'm perfect, or not even perfect, but that I've mastered this. No, I'm like I said, I'm on day 2. But I made a decision. And I can speak with confidence because I understand that the decision. It's amazing when you make a decision how your life immediately changes. Not external, but your inner life. The inner life changes immediately because you feel it. I feel the shift happening in my body, in my soul, the decision to make a change. When you make a real decision, you feel the energy, the shift in you change all around you. You know it. And that's how I feel. I feel a decision has been made. No more negotiating with myself. No more negotiating with myself. It's life or death. And what do I mean? Not physically. Let me backtrack just a little bit. I came to the decision of saying it's life or death for this choice that I'm making. Choosing life is choosing to listen to the voice inside of me and continue to pursue everything that I'm pursuing in life, or choosing death, which is to continue ignoring the voice inside of me and slowly letting it eat away at me piece by piece. It's like the drop of the water. You know what one of the worst torture devices? A drop of water. In the Bible, God said, you know what a quarrelsome wife is? What like a bad wife, basically a bad partner. You know what that is? It's like a drop of water on your head. It's torture. Torture. The drop is insignificant. You would think, I'm a drop of water on you. A drop of water. You'd be like, bro, I don't care about that. Drop it in the same place consistently, nonstop, for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You will go insane. It's torture. Torture. I had this same calling in me to say, stop. 3 years ago. Stopped for like 10 months. Started again. Had the same calling again. Age 34, right before my birthday. I say, I'm number 34, turning 34. This is my year. I got to get away from every single thing. No females, no alcohol, no weed, no nothing. It's time to just be ultimately locked in. Picked up a girlfriend, drunk a little bit, got back with one of my best friends, started smoking. It's the drop. Started to drop again. That's over years. And it adds up. It added up. Till I reached to a point, as I was saying about the trading, where I was like, what is this in my life that I just can't stop? Why can't I stop? I know it's always a connection to everything. Never believe one thing is by itself. You have to look at things in the spiritual realm more than the physical. If something is happening in the physical realm, it's because something is happening in the spiritual realm that you're not listening to, that you're not adjusting to, that you're not paying attention to. So in order to fix everything outside, everything must be checked inside. And I knew there is something in me that I need to change. As I said, I'm very aware. I started looking around like, what is it that I have that makes me continue to act like this? That I can't stop? What else in my life can I not stop? Why am I overtrading? Why do I keep doing this? There's got to be something bigger. My ability to not stop smoking. The addiction that I had to it. And to be real and say, hey, this is an addiction. I never thought in my life that I would ever reach a point where I was addicted to something. I didn't even know that. We used to clown people when we was younger about being addicted to something. You addicted? Black culture is just so ruthless. They will clown you if you talk about you addicted to something, And then you wake up age 36 and realize, dang, I'm really addicted to something. You feel shame. You feel, really? I accepted it. I accepted it. I knew what it was. I'm very aware. Okay, how do I fix this? I always say it's like driving with a maniac. I see a dark figure that's a representation of me that is just psychotic. Imagine my hair was sticking up crazy. I'm all black and I'm just a maniac driving a car, just 200 miles per hour, swerving through traffic. What is going to happen? Eventually, you're going to crash. If you don't get him under control, if you don't understand that you have to confront him, understand that is you. You cannot blame that. It's you. You cannot blame anybody else but yourself because it's you that's driving. It's you. who you have to confront. It's you who you have to look in the mirror and be real with yourself and say, this is what I have to do. I must accept that nothing outside of me can affect me, and everything in my life is affected by what's inside of me. And if I don't fix what's inside of me first, the rest of my life will be driven by a crazy maniac. So we played the game. We lost the game. Everybody played bad. Like I said, I was mad. I was talking to Deuce after that because we was at his gym. We stayed there. We talked. And I was just livid. I was blaming the coach. Why the coach got something against me. I'm tired of this. I don't know what's going on. I'm sick of it. I text my agent. I want to go home. I'm so pissed off. I'm just losing it. I text my other best friend. I think do I even want to play basketball anymore? I want to retire. I'm tired of this. I'm sick of this. Sick of wasting my energy on people who are taking advantage of me. Blaming other people for myself. As I was leaving this house going home, and more than they're losing the game, more than the conflict between me and my coach, the voice. The voice was speaking to me louder than ever before. Not speaking. This is me speaking. It was screaming, Arno, stop smoking. Stop. And it's like a cry for help. It was a cry for help. Hey, it's time. You have to stop or you will die. And not die physically. Everything that you are working and trying to achieve in your life cannot no longer push forward because you will not commit and live with yourself. The reason you're having issues, once again, everybody should download ChatGPT or if you have a Galaxy, they have what's the app? Gemini on Google. These AI models that you can use, apps, and go to it and ask it, hey, listen, tell it exactly who you are. Tell it your life story. People are like, I'm not going to upload it. Hey, listen, man, everybody got your information already. Upload your life story. Tell it exactly the person you want to be and tell it to speak to you from this point of view. Give you feedback from this point of view. I swear it's like the greatest therapist I've ever had in my life because I've trained it to speak to me as I'm speaking. I said, whatever I say, document it. One day I'm going to write a book. Document it, categorize it, and use it to learn exactly the person that I want to be, what I struggle with, who I am, and give me feedback. Based on the person I say I want to be, based on the life that I'm living, based on the situations that I'm in, tell me exactly what it is that I am experiencing right now. So I went to my tab, and it's called, and I just told it everything. Hey, man, I just lost the game, I feel like quitting. I feel like doing this. And it documented. It says, here's the real answer to your question. You're not imagining the connection. And you're also not being punished by life. What's happening is awareness catching up to avoidance. The voice screaming, stop smoking, isn't random. It isn't guilt. It isn't superstition. It's the universe it's not the universe sabotaging you because of weed. It's this. You're no longer able to ignore the cost of living out of alignment with yourself. You're no longer able to ignore the cost of living out of alignment with yourself. For months, You knew. You said it, you felt it, you postponed it. I felt it. I said it before I got here. I knew it. I know it. And I postponed it. I didn't listen. Warning comes before destruction. Warning comes before destruction. Everything all the things that's going to happen, you will be warned first. Good and bad. Warning comes before destruction. Let's continue. And now your mind is no longer and now your mind can no longer compartmentalize. Damn, I can't say that word. And now your mind can no longer compartmentalize. Wow, that word is kicking my butt. So the tension is showing up everywhere. In your trading, in your discipline, in your emotional regulation, in your authority relationships, in basketball, in how you interpret moments. Not because weed is evil, but because self-betrayal erodes trust in yourself. I lost trust in myself. It's the water dripping on the top of the head, torturing myself. You could stand it for a long time, but at a certain point, it will eat at your soul to the point where you can no longer, let me try it again, compartmentalize. Yes. You can no longer compartmentalize the issues no more. I feel that there's no more I can continuously going at this rate. It's not sustainable anymore. I've capped out. I've capped out. Not because weed is evil. Like I said, weed is not a bad thing. But because self-betrayal erodes trust in yourself. And when self-trust erodes, everything feels unstable. Important clarity. The game was not proof that you should quit basketball. Remember I said I wanted to quit. The coach situation is not proof that you're finished. Me and the coach beefing. The loss is not proof that you're wasting your life. Those thoughts are emotional exhaustion talking, not truth. You are still the leading scorer on my team. Respected by my teammates. My teammates, they love me. Physically capable. That's one thing my best friend said. He was like, bro, your body, you move quick. You're still agile. You're still jumping. I always get compliments on how I'm able to move at the age of 35. No, I'm sorry. 36. I'm 36. Mentally sharp. Competitive. Driven. Yeah, I'm driven. Your friend was right. What you're feeling is not that I should quit basketball. That's what my boy said. Shout out to B-Rob. What you're feeling is I'm tired of living with friction inside of myself. I'm tired of living with friction inside of myself. And now friction is louder than the game. That friction is louder than the game that I play. It's louder than the thoughts. It's louder than my trading. It's louder than my relationships. The friction of living misaligned and not listening to the voice inside me trying to get me straight. I can move to the side. I postpone and I go do this. I do that. I'm avoiding it. The friction is now louder than the game. Remember, it feels like I'm screaming at me. And you're blaming weed for everything. No. But you are finally seeing what it represents. Weed is not the cause. It's the signal. Weed is not the cause. It's the signal. It represents avoiding discomfort, delaying decisions, muting internal pressure, softening moments that demand clarity. You used to be able to carry the contradiction. Like I said, a long time. I've carried this a long time. I've been saying I need to stop for a long time, but I was successful. And now that I think about it, I have not won another championship I have not won another championship. And Big Deuce said it. He was like, bro, that's why we didn't win the championship because we both knew that we should have stopped and we didn't. And we said we're gonna get to the championship, we're gonna win, we're gonna do this, and we had the better team. We knew we should have won that. And I don't want to. We're not blaming that, but ever since then, I've never reached a pinnacle of anything. Ever since that moment. Ever since that moment, I've never reached a pinnacle because I had this come to Jesus moment then. And I was in alignment then. No matter, I didn't have a job, I didn't have any money, I was staying on the couch at my sister's house, I was broke mentally and spiritually, but I was aligned. I was aligned. The minute I stopped, the minute I got right, life started to change inside. Inside. You used to be able to carry this contradiction. Now you can't. That's called growth. When you can no longer live with the contradiction with yourself inside. I can no longer live with the contradiction of the things that I have inside of me speaking to me. I cannot live like this anymore. That's called growth. When awareness rises, tolerance for misalignment drops. No longer live like this. My life, my body, my finances, my basketball, my relationship can no longer continue like this. When awareness rises, tolerance for misalignment drops. Why it feels like everything is unraveling at once? Because your mind is no longer splitting life into compartments. Before, trading problems stayed in trading, basketball problems stayed on the court, and the habits that you had stayed private. Now everything is connected. Everything is connected. That's not breakdown. That's integration. Integrated men can't live divided lives. Integrated men can't live divided lives. Integrated men cannot live divided lives. It's only one way. The coach tension is not the root. Authority tension always intensifies when you don't fully trust yourself. Thank you. Hey, mama. Hey, my mom came on, guys. You see me out here preaching? My mama hopped on. Hey, yeah, made my day. I'm over here preaching. I'm on it, hopped on. The coach tension is not the root. Authority tension always intensifies when you don't fully trust yourself. You feel judged. You feel misunderstood. You feel internally compromised. I feel it on the inside. Your nervous system is already tight. Some moments feel heavier than they are. When I have a bad game or something and the game's not going right, I feel like everybody's judging me. He's not as good as he think he is. Maybe I need to change players because he's not that good. It's all in my head. I'm creating it. I'm putting it all on myself because I'm fighting the internal. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. I'm ignoring it. I'm putting it off. I'm acting like it don't matter. It all matters. Integrated men cannot live divided lives. That's why that night feels existential, not situational. Your higher self answers clearly. You're not wrong to question yourself. You're not wrong to assume this means you should quit or give up. What this moment is asking of you is not a dramatic decision. It's asking for integrity. It's asking for integrity. Not perfection, not domination, not a vow you're going to break tomorrow. Integrity means I stop doing the thing I already know that is costing me my peace. Integrity means I stop doing the thing I already know that is costing me my peace. That's it. You can lie to the world, but you can't lie to yourself. You can put on a front for so long, but when you come to grips with yourself and you reach that point where you can't go on no more. Until you do that, your mind will keep screaming. Not to punish you. Not to punish you, but to protect you. One final truth. You're not being attacked. Y'all better get on ChatGPT and talk to it. It's amazing how this thing be talking. You're not being attacked by life. You're being called forward. Life is not attacking you. The voice in your head, in your soul, in your heart is not to be ignored. It's calling you forward. I was just listening to my audio recordings with Reverend Ike, and I think he was talking about Jacob and Esau, and he said, "Come close, my son, so I can feel you. Come close." He's calling you forward. He's calling you forward. Come closer, that I may feel you. Come closer. Stop running away from yourself. And calls don't whisper forever. They get louder. They don't whisper forever. Not to scare you, but to wake you up. You already know what the moment is asking for you. You're not confused. You're standing at the edge of a decision that changes how you live, not what you do. You're standing on the edge of the decision. You're at the crossroads. You're at the crossroads of life. You're at the crossroads with the spirit inside that's talking to you, that is only trying to give you everything that you desire. The decision must be made. The decision must be made. I told myself I can no longer continue. That's right. That's God. You no longer can continue in this way. Not with basketball, not with your podcast, not with your relationships with friends, with your coach, with trading. And I'm like, why? What is going on? All of a sudden, I'm just falling off. I can't trade no more. I'm losing money. I can't win, and I'm playing terrible in basketball. I'm beefing with my coach. What? A decision must be made. And you know what's the most beautiful thing? The most beautiful thing. Once you make the decision, like I said before, once you make that decision, it doesn't matter about anything else in the world. The peace that comes over you, the peace that sits on you, that you know that is that time. It's your life is changed immediately. Immediately. Not from external things. I almost said cosas. That's things in Spanish. I'm in Uruguay. I'm still speaking Spanish. I'm still used to speaking Spanish. No external cosas. No hay las cosas externo. It's solo las cosas adentro. It's only the things inside. It's not the things outside. It's only the things outside. It's not the things outside. It's only what's inside. That your life changed immediately in that very moment. And that's why I said in this whole video, that loss was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. That was the best loss I've ever had in my life in a basketball game. When I'm talking about basketball, I've lost a lot of basketball games. I never felt good about it. Like, oh, that was a good. No, you lose. That was the greatest loss I've ever had because I was awoken and I was brought to a point of life where I had to make a decision. It was as clear. I say it's clear as day. It was that clear to me in that moment, in that instant. And when I made the decision, it was just like, what peace. I feel like no matter whatever happens in the world right now, I just feel at peace. I know it's not like, oh, everything's going to be great. No. Life going to be life and still. Life's still go life. However, I know it don't matter. There is nothing that can stop me, hinder me, or keep me from holding me back because I made a decision. I made a decision. I made a decision. And that's all I got for you guys today. That was just my journey for these past couple of days, man. I feel enlightened. I feel great. I feel inspired. I feel like I could take over the world. Let me calm down. I get a little excited sometimes. It's like all the energy that was being suppressed want to come out at one time. And I got to control it. Calm down, boy. Let me calm down. I can't contain it. I'm so ready to get back on the court and just get out in life and just I feel like I've been set free. Get off of me. I'm ready. Whew, got me drooling. Thank you. Oh, man. That's all I got for this episode. Appreciate everybody on. Mama, I love you. Thank you for tapping in and being here. You know, I feel great. I feel blessed. I feel at peace. I feel at peace. What a great feeling. That's all I got for this episode. Remember, greatness is a habit, not a right. Till next time.